Hi there, Rose Garden 420. First of all, thank you so much for visiting my page and engaging in my content. I'm going to address your comment in sections the way that you posted it. So the first part says, you can try to teach a cat to stay off the counters, but when you're not home, shrug face. So as a pet owner, actually, cats, you don't own cats, cats own you. So I have two cats that own me, and they're indoor cats. They're not indoor, outdoor. They're strictly indoor cats. So as a person who has cats in the home, I trained my cats. I worked with them when they were very itty bitty, when they're very small, and it did take some time. But my cats do not come into the kitchen at all. They're not allowed to go in the kitchen, and they know they're not allowed to go in the kitchen, whether I'm at home or when I'm not at home. We all know that cats shed. So if they were in the kitchen area, I would see evidence of them being in the kitchen. But they are not in my kitchen. And when I'm at home, they are not in my kitchen. Even if I'm working in the kitchen, my cats actually sit at the threshold of the kitchen and they watch me. If they get too tired, or if I'm there too long, or cooking a meal that they think is taking too long, they'll actually lay down in front of the threshold sometimes, or walk away and do their own thing. But my cats don't go in the kitchen because I've trained them to do so. And for the second part of that, where you say, when you're not home, shrug face, I think we need to add context, because if you go back to the original video, that person, that homeowner, is at home. And I think what should be brought to the forefront is the fact that that cat feels so comfortable to be in the kitchen and on top of the stove and inside of that pie crust. Lets us know that this homeowner does not have boundaries or has not enforced any boundaries with this particular cat, because that cat is very comfortable being not only in the kitchen, but on the stovetop while the homeowner is at home. And as far as the next portion of your comment, I don't know why people think we don't clean our kitchens before we prepare our food. Again, bring to the forefront, clean, or how we clean when it comes to microbial agents is different. People don't really understand that taking a disinfectant wipe and cleaning your countertop or your food contact surface may not be good enough when it comes to destroying or inactivating any microbes that are left behind when there's feces in play, or feces located somewhere on your food contact surface. So if you read the back of your label, you should be reminded that in order to sanitize or disinfect, depending on what you want to do, you need to leave the material or the chemical on the surface between 3 and 10 minutes, depending on what the directions say. That's how you're going to completely sanitize, disinfect, clean what's going on in that area. This is particularly important. We're talking about things that can harm you, like bacteria or whatever that are in feces. And for the last portion of your comments, while we would hope that no one would eat any food that a cat has had their rear end in, we know that there are people that allow their pets to lick them in the mouth parts. And I'm giggling when I say that because it sounds ridiculous, but we've seen it happen. And we know how animals clean themselves. We've seen our pets take a bath, right? When they bathe themselves, they lick their genitalia and their back ends. And so if you let your pet lick you in the mouth, you see where I'm going with this? Nevertheless, thank you so much for engaging with my content and giving me something to talk about. I hope it was helpful.